Please do not let that story go.
Who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
Yeah.
But who? That is, I mean,
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI.
What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff in that whole world. But I think I would.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
And this is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. Everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
Hi, and welcome to 647. 6 stories for 7 a.m. for one reason only, because there is a famine of truth in our land. And this is your quick news fix. And the truth starts now. And we're going to start with a bonus because just before midnight, last night, JD Vance cast 2 tie-breaking votes last night just before midnight to move the $9.4 billion rescissions package forward. The vote axes $8.3 billion from U.S. aid for all things Democrat and removes $1.1 billion from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which funds NPR and PBS for all things Democrat. Rhino, Mitch, the China bitch, McConnell, and Lisa, screw the Eskimos, Murkowski, and Susan, men and girls sports is special, Collins, all voted with Democrats and are a geezer disgrace to the nation. The Senate still has 10 hours to debate before amendments are voted on for the big, beautiful bill. And then they'll have a final vote. All right. Looks to me like that's all progress. Here's some more progress. Official take 1. Bobby brings 40 ice cream companies to heel. U.S. Health Secretary Bobby Kennedy is making MAHA happen. Make America healthy again. 40 ice cream companies making over 90% of the ice cream in the U.S. have agreed to remove artificial colors, red 3, red 40, green 3, blue 1, yellow 5, and yellow 6. And the dyes will be out of all ice cream and frozen treats by the close of 2027. This voluntary action is part of a tidal wave of manufacturers removing harmful additives from our food supply. Go Bobby. This is all serious, serious progress. Take 2. The shifty one is a scam artist. The Financial Crimes Division of Fannie Mae has concluded that Adam Schiff, senator from California, has engaged in a pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Schiff claimed that his primary residence was in Maryland to get a cheaper mortgage when he must live in California to be a congressman and now senator from California. Long paper trail on all this. Along with mortgage fraud, Schiff has doctored evidence during the Trump impeachment investigation and during the J6 committee investigation. He is low-hanging fruit who will be one of Trump's first pelts. Trump can assuage MAGA anger over Epstein with a perp parade before the end of the year. And Shifty Schiff ought to be the first in line. All right, take 3, the Apple pledge. Apple has pledged to spend $500 billion in the U.S. over the next 4 years in partnership with MP Materials to buy rare earth magnets developed at MP's facility in Fort Worth, Texas. Apple and MP will work together to establish a cutting-edge rare earth recycling line in Mountain Pass, California, to enhance magnet performance. Apple says they are bullish on the future of American manufacturing, and these neodymium magnets will be shipped all over the world to meet increasing demand for almost everything, whether it's electric cars or any cars for that matter, all kinds of military hardware, all kinds of fighter jets, computers, everything requires this. And China has us in a stranglehold right now, and Trump is letting out the dogs on this, and we're going to be doing great in rare earth manufacturing, and this is a specialization to recycle these magnets. So this is all great. All right. Item 4, home run swing off with robots. I'm normally not a Major League Baseball fan, but the National League won the 2025 All-Star Game last night in Atlanta, which is important, and we'll get to that. The game was tied 6-6 after 9 innings, and the game was decided by a first ever home run swing-off. Each team chose 3 batters each to each take 3 swings at a pitch, 3 pitches. Kyle Schwarber went 3 for 3 for the National League for the 4-3 win. All right? That's all fun. All kinds of changes happening with that All-Star game to make baseball less sedentary and a lot more improvisational and just a better time. And part of that better time is the ABS, or automated ball strike system, called robot umpires. It made its prime time debut last night. There were 5 challenge calls and 4 were successful. So this is all going to get better and better, and we're just going to have to get used to it. No more booing the umps. No more umps. All right. Take 5. It's going to be 2 baseball stories in a row, but this one's really, it is about baseball, but it's more about how things have changed since 2021. This is titled Major League Baseball Lost Me in 2021. Hard to remember the Marxist PC hellscape of 2021. For me personally, I was thrown off my campus as an associate dean for not taking the mandated vax. My colleagues thought I was a threat to their health, and so did my neighbors. And this went on for over a month. And all kinds of personal information about me had to be revealed everywhere, and I had to go and get tested every Sunday in order to come to work on Monday. And it was all fallacious and nonsense and Marxist and unpleasant. So that also happened for the state of Georgia, the city of Atlanta, for this same Major League All-Star Game event in 2021. The All-Star Game in Atlanta that year was canceled by Major League Baseball to punish Georgia for launching a boycott of what were called Jim Crow on steroids voter integrity laws that Dems and legacy media felt were restricting and preventing minorities from voting. Actually, they were engaging in just cartoon racism of Georgia because it's a southern state. At issue were 3 items, all labeled as southern racism. The first one was Georgia wanted people to use voter ID. The second one was to restrict an insane number of voter ballot drop boxes. If you don't get it, see 2,000 Mules. You can still see it on the internet. And 3, new restrictions on mail-in ballots, which was how Dems used COVID to steal the 2020 election, and all of that is yet to be revealed. And I hope it's all revealed in the next 12 months, because we need to get all this dirty laundry out in the sunlight. Okay, when he canceled the game, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred said it was all about values, the best way to demonstrate our values as a sport. So for me, all pro sports leagues lost my patronage as promoters of Bud Light BS values that are un-American. And it was all happening back then. It wasn't so long ago. But you know what? I still don't watch any professional sports because I'm still pissed. All right. Take 6. Trump's Indonesia play. Meet the new China model. So I'm just going to read you Trump's post on Truth Social. This morning, I finalized an important deal with the Republic of Indonesia after speaking with their highly respected president, Prabowo Subianto. This landmark deal opens up Indonesia's entire market to the United States for the first time in history. Go Trump. As part of the agreement, Indonesia has committed to purchasing $15 billion in U.S. energy, $4.5 billion in American agricultural products, and 50, count them, 50 Boeing jets, many of them 777s. For the first time ever, our ranchers, farmers, and fishermen will have complete and total access to the Indonesian market of over 280 million people. In addition, Indonesia will pay the United States a 19% tariff on all goods they export to us, while U.S. exports to Indonesia are to be tariff and non-tariff barrier free. If there is any transshipment from a higher tariff country, then that tariff will be added on to the tariff that Indonesia is paying. In other words, don't be cutting deals with China. Thank you to the people of Indonesia for your friendship and commitment to balancing our trade deficit. We will keep delivering for the American people and the people of Indonesia. So this is the new China model, and this is absolutely fantastic. And on a final note, I'm not even going to say this is a sad note, but Monday night late, Pastor John MacArthur passed away. He was a personal mentor of mine for decades. He died late Sunday night, and there is a huge celebration in heaven. He was a wonderful, wonderful teacher of the Bible and pastor of Grace Community Church in Los Angeles. And we believe this stuff, so we celebrate John. He's up there in heaven, surrounded by all of his loving friends and family and people he brought to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. And he just did a great job. And you're going to do a great job today because it's Wednesday. Wednesday is hump day. You're going over the top today. Tomorrow is glide slope Thursday. So this is the day when the whole thing changes. It's judo for the work week. And what do we want from you? We want you to share us, to definitely like us, and we need you to make comments, right? And you know what? I just keep hearing over and over how people are sharing 647 with their friends. That's going to get easier as soon as Jess gets this whole MailChimp system set up, and then everybody will be able to come to the website, decide how they want to get 647, either text or email or both, whatever you want. We're going to accommodate. And for me, man, it's going to be great. One button, either way. Right now, it's crazy. I feel like a woodpecker. All right? That's almost done. And you're almost done. So get Wednesday out of the way. Do it in a fantastic manner, and God bless you. All right. Pastor John, thank you.
Don't close your eyes.